Alright guys, here is the key to my brand new 2017 Toyota Tacoma TRD 4x4 Off-Road.
What's up everyone? So in today's video I'll be going over my 1-year ownership experience with the 2017 Toyota Tacoma. I can't believe I've had this truck for just over a year now. For you guys watching this now, it's like a year and a month or so. But I've almost put 10,000 miles on it. I'm at 9,988. I think that's pretty low mileage. I do have 2 other vehicles, so I can split between the 3. But I consider this my daily driver. You know, I can take this off-road, take it anywhere I want, really. I can tow and put anything in the bed that I need. So comparing it to my other cars, this is the daily, anything that I need to do. But I have a lot of plans for this truck the rest of the year, so I'm kind of gonna go over some of those. I'm gonna backtrack to my 6-month update video that I did on anything that was different from what I said in that video to today's video. I know the truck hasn't really been featured much the last couple months. We've had a lot of other projects going on, but I do have a lot more mods coming for the rest of the year for the Tacoma. So I really want to work on this truck for the rest of the year. It's been a really popular truck. It has about over 2 million total views with all the videos that we've done so far. So I want to keep pumping out videos for you guys, especially if you're new to the channel. You can go back and check out all of the mods that I've currently have and stay tuned for the future mods to come, because I will be going over that later in this video. Not something I normally do in this truck. I love how the exhaust and intake sounds when you get above 4,000 or 5,000 RPM, but I really save flooring it and things like that for my R8, but it's fun to do that every now and then in the truck. The first thing that I'll go over, kind of backtracking to the first video, is the maintenance on the truck so far. In my 6-month update, I had no maintenance, but now I have 1 oil change that I've done. I didn't bring it into the dealer. I know I mentioned I would do that for the 10,000 mile intervals that you can do with Toyota, but I did end up doing it myself around 8,000 miles. I felt like I usually do it every 6 months or 5,000 miles, and going to 8,000 was a little bit of a stretch for me. So I ended up spending about $45. I did it myself. I will be bringing it in around 13,000, 14,000 miles for the dealership to do it. I might bring it in, film it if I can. It's nothing special, but we'll see. I'm not sure on that yet, but that's the only maintenance that I've had to do on the truck so far. So that's pretty good. 10,000 miles. I've only spent $45 for 1 oil change. That's pretty good so far. Moving on to MPG. I know I talked about that in my other video. I just need to pull up that screen real quick. I'm at 17.1 right now. I average between that and 20, low 20s if I'm out on the highway or just cruising. Doing what I just did, that little pull will definitely bring it down, of course. But the first 6 months I spent about $700 on gas. This last 6 months it's been about $600. So really it's the same, roughly $1,400 for 10,000 miles. I really don't think that's too bad, but you know, that's different for everybody. Of course you have to fill up to drive it, so $1,400 over the last year, it's not really a large expense. So moving on to any issues that I've had with the truck, again, that's 0. Nothing has been a problem, an issue, a concern, anything like that. The one small thing that I mentioned in the last update video was my Bluetooth kind of being funky with my phone. I haven't seen any issues with that in a long time. I think it was because I had 2 phones paired to my Bluetooth. That's not even something to really mention because that's not really a huge issue. The only other thing I can think about is when I walk away from the truck to lock it, you're supposed to put your finger on the top of the door handle and it locks. I had some issues with that when I first got the truck, just really not being used to it. But a lot of people gave me hate for that, on just put your finger there and don't swipe it and it'll lock. Sometimes it kind of acts up. I think it's just the pressure that you put your finger on the top of the door handle, whether it can feel it or not. It's really just a kind of a sensor, but I haven't had any issues with that. I thought I'd just mention that. Other than that, the truck has been pretty much bulletproof. I have a pretty solid truck, no water leaks or anything like that, which is good. It's awesome. I don't have to worry about any reliability issues so far. There is one thing coming up that I will be filming in 2 days from now, and that is the first recall letter that I got in the mail from Toyota. It's across the board with all the 3rd gen Tacomas. It's not really a huge issue, I think, but I'm not going to tell you guys right away. Stay tuned for that video because I will be filming it, bringing it to the dealer and watching them install or uninstall the part, install the new part, and go from there. It hasn't hurt anything in the truck, the reliability, drivetrain, but it's been nothing to worry about, so you guys will see that in an upcoming video. Now it's time to move on to the title of this video, lifting my Tacoma. I know it's been a year, it's been 10,000 miles, I haven't lifted the truck just yet. That's because I wanted to research, I wanted to get the best lift possible that will meet my needs. I'm gonna stay away from any coil spring spacer or strut spacer lifts. I'm not going to be going long travel or anything like that. So those are really the only clues that I want to give you guys. I'm going to be ordering the lift today, so I can't wait to do that later today. And also have the wheels and tires coming soon. I need to order the tires just in a little bit. I want to make sure the lift is on and ready to go. But I cannot wait for the lift. You guys have seen in some of our videos so far going off-road, the truck definitely needs some height to it. So I'm super excited. I know you guys are excited to see what lift I got and get it installed on the truck. So there's gonna be a lot of videos surrounding that. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Hard work because we're gonna be doing it ourselves, but that's what we do. We'll show you guys the process of putting the lift on and of course testing it out between how the truck is stock now and with the, I'm not gonna say how big the lift is. You guys will see that soon. So another reason that I wanna get the lift is because the stock suspension is a little bit loose. It kind of floats over bumps and uses its full travel going over bumps, especially at highway speeds. You can definitely feel the truck kind of sink down and it absorbs the bumps well. It definitely uses a lot of travel. So I want something that's a little bit stiffer, especially if I'm adding some more weight to the truck. I don't want it to float over those bumps, but I don't want to go too stiff to where it's just an uncomfortable ride. Yes, it's a pickup truck. It's not going to drive like my R8 does and have different suspension driving modes and all that. But I want it to be comfortable since 95% of the time it is on the road. So I don't want it to be loose like it is, but I also don't want it to be like super stiff. The last thing that I want to go over in today's video is all of the latest mods that I've done to the truck since the 6-month update video. And those include the LED footlights that I did. I recently hooked those up to my wireless charging button in the center so I can turn those on and off even without having the headlights. I think that's really cool. All of these have their own video, so if you guys want to check those out, I'll have some of them down in the description below. The next mod is the 6K LED fog lights. A lot of people, I think, were confused on those. 6K is the brand, not necessarily the light output. I have to double check on the light output. I don't know if they're 6K. I have to look at the brightness again. But they are pretty much better than my headlights. I can turn my headlights off and just have the fog lights on, just on like a back road or something, and they are super bright. So they do what I need them to do. I haven't had them in the fog or anything like that just yet, but in the rain they do a really good job at being able to obviously see. I do like them. I like the housings on them too compared to the stocks. The next mod that I'm going to move on to is the rock rails. A lot of people thought, why would I put rock rails on the truck if it's completely stock? Well, I honestly think that's the first mod you should do. If you're going to take your stock vehicle off-road, you need some underside protection. You need skid plates and you need some rock rails. I'm probably going to have to upgrade my skid plates soon because they have some trail damage to them. But the rock rails are a must. I've been on some points, especially like mounds where the breakover angle is right pretty much behind me. And the rock rails are doing their job. They're scuffed up underneath. That's saving the frame and some other components of getting scraped up. So the rock rails are a must. I absolutely love them. That is the best part that I have so far. And then obviously having a lift, I'll be able to do a little bit more. I'll have a lot more capabilities off-road to be able to push the truck just a little bit more. And the last new mod is the Plasti dipped rear bumper end caps. I found them the other day for like $100, and it wasn't even a replacement cap. It was just something that kind of snaps on to the chrome section. and I think I spent like $15 on a can of Plasti dip, and they're looking really good. I haven't had to touch them up or anything from off-road, but other than that, that's all the mods on the truck so far. I hope you guys stay tuned for the lift. Again, I'm ordering it tonight, so you guys should be seeing that in the next, hopefully within a month. It's gonna be a lot of work, a lot of fun. If you guys enjoyed that video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button. I will see you guys next video.